Estrogen is essential for life in women, even after menopause. And you take estrogen away, you start running into lots of problems. You lose bone, the skin degrades faster, the brain disconnects a bit. You don't make as many neurotransmitters. You need estrogen. Your body absolutely needs estrogen. But that estrogen can turn into the angel of death if it's metabolized down the wrong pathways. So we need to know about how this estrogen is going down the wrong pathways. Now we're going to have a quiz on this later on, but so this is the real, biochemistry that Ercole and I talked about on an airplane back from a lecture we both gave in 1995. And we published a lot of this stuff in Environmental Health Perspectives. And he was talking about how estrogen, estradiol here, gets metabolized down these different pathways. And, to make this simple, basically what's happening to this estrogen is there are enzymes within the breast cells that rip electrons out of it and make it very electrophilic, which means it becomes sticky. And the estrogen now likes to they form catechol and then quinones. And these like to stick, they're looking for electrons. So when they bind to DNA in this 4-hydroxyestrogen form, they form what's called depurinating adducts. That damages the DNA. That's not repairable. If you're forming a 2-hydroxy, it can also bind to DNA, but the DNA repairs it. So we know that if you're going to be making estrogens, you want to certainly be making the 2-hydroxyestrogen and not the 4-hydroxyestrogen, because the 4 is the one that damages DNA. So we can actually, we've got a mass spec, a couple of mass specs in the lab now. And Mark Newman, who's going to be lecturing on testing, is actually beginning to look at some of these adducts that end up in urine. So hopefully in the near future we'll be able to give you a test by mass spec that will actually look at these adducts. When they're forming throughout the body, then the body eliminates them and throws them into the urine, so we can measure that. And the people who have done these studies have actually shown that those people who have cancer have much higher levels of these adducts in their urine than those that don't. So we want to be able to use that as a means of monitoring for increased risk for cancer. So, an initiation. And this